I don't even know what to say. Oh my lord. Like, I had a full 10 seconds where I was like, like that one per, was it divorce court thing? Where she was called out on something and, like, her face is just like, I'll pull it up. I'll pull it up. Also, whilst I am here, I'm going to take the time to lift myself up literally and use the microphone like an actual microphone. Hey. Oh shit, my glasses. No. Alright, get here, you fucking pair of bitches. Right. Clock that on my face. I don't like that I can see myself or the Twitter. Oh my lord. Okay, I've just got off the Twitter. Good, 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 good. I promise there's a point to this video. So hi everyone, it's been a year. I'm holding it like this. I need to stop with both hands. Girl, it's been a year since the stuff in 2024 kicked off. For the new people, I'll explain a TLDR of it for you in a minute. But my god, I can't believe it's been basically a year. Okay, I jest. It's been more like 11 months. Just about a year. It's been a year and 1 month since everything kicked off, I think. Just about. It will be a year and 1 month in like 5 days. But TLDR, I fell out with friends online. It started online, and then slowly things from real life were getting pulled into the situation, and I was left without family. And your girl was a hot mess. But look at me now, I suppose. Yeah, sorry if I'm a little bit shaky. It is a little bit, whoa, going back to all of this, just recalling it. But yeah, that whole entire just fiasco. I'm gonna be honest. I said it in like a tweet. I don't use Twitter that much anymore. I'm just saying. But I said it in a tweet that it genuinely feels like it's been 10 years. I'm not sure if that's a good thing or a bad thing. Can some of you let me know in the comments if that's a good thing or a bad thing to think that, to feel like it's been 10 years since something happened that was really bad and traumatic to you, when in reality it was just a year? Like, can somebody tell me? Hold on a sec. I'm gonna put on the cunt cardigan. Alright, I'm gonna serve cunt. Give me a sec. I believe God is a vagina. Go, go, go. Alright, cunty cardigan activated. I just need to button it up, but that's for another time, and I don't feel like doing that for one fucking video. Hi. So yeah, all of that stuff happened last year, left me extremely traumatized. But I just want to talk in this video about how the aftermath of that was for me, and just my feelings on the situation in general, now looking back at it. So yeah, let's just get straight into it. So I'm just gonna go from like point A to B to C. And if you don't want to watch, don't watch. It's as simple as that. I said this last time I made a video like this, but that was on a completely different subject, and that video is taken down now, and people still try to drag me through the mud on that one. Basically, that video was me venting out my frustrations, which I mean, fair. Partially getting dragged was fair on that one, because I was venting out my feelings instead of just keeping them to myself. I mean, girl, I suppose this is what I'm doing right now, but I don't think it is, because I'm not angry like I was. I'm not clearly fucking traumatized. Like, I was visibly traumatized. You could see it in my face. I think that's the first thing that I want to touch on. I look stunning. Trans woman looks stunning, right? Consistently serving cunt, serving potaxian realness. Y'all, I found out through this last year that I'm an 8th Argentine. Help! Like, it's just like me to be caught up in that. Like, y'all, if y'all don't know about Falkland Islands, Google it. But I felt so awkward in April because, or was it April or May? I'm gonna search this up. Hold on. Okay, so I do have it on my screen. I had to look it up just to make sure that I was looking it up correctly. Malvinas Day, Spanish Dia de las Malvinas, officially Day of the Veterans and Fallen of the Malvinas War. And the name refers to the Falkland Islands, known in Argentine as the Islas Malvinas. So you can imagine, because that was between Britain, where I live, and Argentina, where I have ancestry from and heritage from. So you can imagine how awkward that felt. That's a whole different story, but girl, oh. First of all, I'm serving cunt. I ain't nobody gonna tell me otherwise. Alright? But yeah, that's the first thing that I wanted to touch on. I think the second thing that I want to touch on is just my mental, like, space. Just, did I say mental? Girl, I'm still delusional as fuck. I can't pronounce words to save my life. Oh my lord. I think that's just an added effect of going through this, like, entire situation, though, just from front to back as, like, a retrospective for myself. Oh, girl. But yeah, mentally, I'm doing a lot better. People can obviously see that if they look at my channel. When did I start uploading again on this channel? From, like, that point onward? I'm gonna check. Okay, so on July 21st, 2024, I did have, like, a Twitch channel that I want to return to. That I was, uploading on in terms of not Twitch channel, like a VOD channel for my Twitch streams that I'd upload on. It was Cosmic Time VODs. But I started coming back to this channel with Pokemon Heart Gold, which is why I'm so insistent on finishing that fucking series. And mentally I am doing a lot better. There are still points, I'm not gonna lie. It's not been like a clean cut journey of healing, as people would say, or repairing, because it did more so. This feels more so like repairing than healing, which I guess is the same fucking thing. People call it different things and I get confused, alright? Some people call it healing, some people call it fucking repairing. What do I call it? Cosmicking? Like, genuinely. Okay, that's a new term for the trauma community. Cosmicking, repairing and healing, combine it together. Y'all got that? But yeah, mentally I am doing a lot better in general. All the way back in like April, May, and June of 2024, alongside July and August, I had a lot of, and I've spoken about this at length when the initial situation came out. I had one episode on June the 4th, 2024, because of situations that are, like, I'll probably delve a little bit more into that. It revolves around, like, the main situation. That was the day that my family decided to cut me off, on my mom's side of the family. But honestly, I think that was for the best for myself. Not because of what they did. Fuck them. But for myself, just to really take a step back and realize that these people didn't care about me to the extent that they were saying, like, you care about me, but you're gonna take things out of context purposefully, misconstrue what I say, and then run with that narrative and disown me. Oh girl. Oh girl. And yeah, as I've just demonstrated, I am still pressed about it, because I am still pressed about it. I'm not gonna hide that. I am still kind of pressed about it. Because what the fuck? One minute it was fine. I was streaming Twilight Princess HD on the Cosmic Twitch channel. That's part of the reason why I quit Twitch, because that's just a very negative memory. But that's why I quit Twitch. And it was like 1 minute I was doing a stream. I got off stream. 1 minute I was just like, chilling out. And then the next thing I'm checking my phone and I'm seeing that I've been disowned. And I'm like, what? Huh? But yeah, I suppose life has taught me the lesson of, if they're gonna do that to you once, which they did, sorry for repeating myself, back in 2020, if they do that to you once, baby, they're gonna do it to you again. And I'm fine on my own now. I've learned to find the peace in, serving cunt, serving fish. No, I can't say that actually. Oh no, I'm gonna be cancelled. I can't say I'm serving fish anymore, can I? Sorry, lesbians. Sorry, women. Sorry, girls. Did not mean to say that. Don't cancel me, please. I mean, as soul sisters, I'm sure you can feel the energy there where I was like, oh shit, maybe I shouldn't have said that. I didn't mean to say that. Alright, let's move on quickly. But yeah, mentally I am doing good now. No more suicidal episodes, no more like trauma, anxiety, overload episodes. They threaten to spout up here and there, but honestly, girls, it's not really. I am looking at the camera, by the way. It's just the glasses flare. It kind of hides my eyes, but I've gotten better in terms of my mental state. Getting all of that anxiety-inducing like influence out of my life really did a number on the mental health for the better, I feel. And I found people, both old and new, that I've either reconnected with or connected with for the first time that really value me. Because with all of those people that cut me off or I fell out with, I don't feel like they valued me so much as they valued being correct and right on things. Like, I just don't think that the friendship that I had with people, and certainly the family dynamics that I had with people, were genuine. I feel like with friendships, I was only around as sort of like a commodity because I dealt with drama back then, because I was in a lot of drama. I think we can all admit that. We all saw 2023 and 2022 and 2021 and 2020. Like, I feel like I was kept around because there was a lot of drama, and the instant I had a differing opinion from these people, it was Operation Fuck Cosmic Over kind of deal. You know what I mean? With the people who were my friends. With my family, and I've expressed this time and time again in private, but I'm going to express it in public for, I think, the first time, if not the second time, but really the first official time. With my family, I feel like I was sort of like a trophy of sorts. And what I mean by that is the fact that, and this is going to go into a little bit of like the growing up phase of like, oh, growing up, this, that, and the other. Girl, first of all, I got to make a disclaimer here. Not using that to get pity or anything. It's just how it was, all right? When I was growing up, I was going between my mom and dad from when I was like up until 8 years old. I was seeing my dad at like a contact center. And then my mom's partner at the time, my first stepdad, I could talk about it now without like shaking or anything. But he left me with over 40 bruises. My aunt has the social service pages and all of that. Like, she has like a stack of over 400 social service like documents. And I was essentially bounced back and forth between my mom and my dad. Neither of them I felt like really cared for me. What I feel like I was a trophy to get on, to get one over on the other parent, and you could kind of tell. Like, it was more so obvious with my dad. I definitely felt that with him at first. But then in 2017, from 2017 to 2020, like in 2017, I started feeling like that. For a number of reasons, but it felt like I was being basically pushed and pulled between both of them. And you know how parents are like, oh, we won't talk about the other parent, but then they'll still proceed to shit talk anyway? Girl. And then y'all have the audacity to say I'm acting just like the other parent. Like, oh, that's one thing that fucks children up. Advice to parents. Don't say that your child is just like the other parent. Don't do that. Don't. Miss Ma'am, don't do that. You're here shit talking them in front of the child. Don't then sit here when the child is upset or whatever at you for valid reasons. Don't sit here and say, oh, you're just like your dad, or oh, you're just like your mom. Like, you're actually psychotic if you do that. That's just my opinion. Like, how are you going to talk shit about the other parent, say all these negative things about them, and then say that your child is exactly that? Huh? Like, parents just baffle me. Parents just baffle me. And I know I've had very bad experiences with parents. I'm not trying to say like all parents are bad or anything like that, because they're not. It's very loud minority of parents that are bad like this. You'll see it all the time on TikTok when I'm in like the children sharing their like abuse stories, their neglect stories, the emotional manipulation stories that they, go through. You'll have these narcissistic mums being like, well, the child needs to grow up, this, that, and the other. And I'm like, you were the one tasked with raising them. If you see a problem in them, then you clearly failed at some point. But yeah, in general, I suppose life has taught me to, like, that those people really didn't value me, and life has been trying to teach that with my mom's side of the family for ages now, and my dad, for, like, the longest time now. Girl, I'm so happy I finally listened, because can you imagine if I had sat there last year and tried to seek out that relationship again? Going, oh yeah, you're right for taking something out of context, and I'm believing that. Can you imagine? Oh, girl, that'd be the hottest mess ever. Ooh. But yeah, mentally I am a lot better. Life taught me a lesson and I've taken it as far as I can tell. If I'm messaged by these people at any point, my immediate response is block. I don't care if you're falling out with someone. I don't care if you're sorry. I don't give a fuck about any of that. I'm protecting my peace. And I do love my family, right? Let me just get that out there into the universe. I do love them. I love every single family member despite what they may or may not have done. I mean, my mum's my mum, my dad's my dad in a sick, twisted way. That is the truth. But unfortunately, I cannot have them in my life because it damages me. It really damages me. And to the people who are right now shocked at me speaking about this, going, I could never imagine such a thing. I love my mom and dad. Be grateful for that. All right. Let me take off the glasses real quick. Be grateful that you can feel like that about your parents. All right. I probably look like a psychotic person going like this. But like, be grateful for it. You know what I'm saying? Like, be grateful that you have that dynamic with your parents. Be grateful. They obviously treat you correct and you're reciprocating the positivity. Baby, mine didn't treat me right. Sorry, I just had an instant where my mic cut out on me because of the cable. Don't worry, I was pulling it around. It kind of deserved to go out. I'm keeping an eye on it now. I'm keeping an eye on that OBS mic / aux thing. So if my voice sounds a little bit different, it's because I had to replug it back in. But your girl, physically, your girl's doing good. Still got a few spots here and there, but it's all right. I'm making sure to feed myself, which is great. And I'm just doing really well, to be honest, with the physicality stuff. I suppose things that happened were more mental, but it did not stop me from having my physicalities affected. Like, I remember last year, I look at myself and I'm like, oh my god, you're a ghost. Like, girl, you were a ghost, a skeleton, and some flesh. The fuck? Like, it's genuinely scary how far my physical, self just sort of went down the drain from 2021 onwards. You could see sort of like a slow decline. And then it just sort of like goes, wow, like nosedives at a certain point in 2024, which is April. Like, oh, girl. But yeah, I would say that I am doing better. Obviously, again, there are still some issues that I need to work through in my own time. Please ignore my blur. It's being stupid. But I feel like I'm in a really, really good place for myself. And I have found people in my life now that really value me, I feel like. Obviously, time will tell, but I don't think that those people, as I said before, genuinely valued me. And unfortunately, this is the sad reality of it. I was alone for like literally up until mostly December, January time. In terms of, real life stuff, I was alone at that point. Because I essentially just went, you know what, I can't do this anymore. And took a few months to myself. I was really in hermit mode. And then in January of 2025, I was like, you know what? I'm going to repair myself. And there's something that I haven't shared with you all that I want to share with you all now. So in 2022, almost said 2021, Jesus. In 2022, I officially became my mother's carer, right? And in August, I was messaged by my mother, who I had not spoken to for a few months at that point. I'm not going to show the emails because I've deleted them. Like, I just deleted them after I sent what I sent back to her. Don't worry, I didn't say nothing nasty in the email. I didn't say anything pointed. I actually wrote the message to her, to myself. As in, I wrote a message for myself, but I used the reply function to write to myself, essentially. Basically, she said that she was, and I had already said to Universal Credit and such, because I was out of like work at that point, because I was technically classed as a carer, that was classed as work. that I was no longer a carer, but she messaged me in August being like, I'm going to take you off as my carer. You've done, you haven't seen anybody, this, that, and the other. You're the problem, this, that, and the other. And in my mind, I'm going, you told me, you told me, Miss Ma'am, that you didn't want to speak to me. So what was that about? Like in June, when she initially cut contact with me, she was like, we are no longer on speaking terms. But I'm like, huh? I believe the ending the lies video perfectly like has that in there. I don't know if you guys want to check through the channel and stuff. I'm not gonna link it in the description or anything. But like, girl, that was not the move. So I wrote to myself, and I was essentially like, to future me, I'm gonna do you proud. I don't know why I keep spiting you by going back in these situations, but we're not going back to that. In a year, I'll make you proud. And that might have rung true for me. I have done myself incredibly proud, both in real life and online. At first, at the beginning of this year, like February, the person that I work with, who is still working with me, even though I have a job, she was supposed to help me get into work. She's a lovely person. If she sees this, hi, I love you, Diva. And I love the coworker that I have at my job who works with her, so we're all coworkers in some way. But yeah, the person who I was working with was like, you've done this, all in like what? 2 months? You need to be proud of yourself, alright? And that was a month before I got a job from my coworker who put me in for said job. And it was a very informal interview, such and such, all of that. It was ironically the same day that I uploaded the Google Doc where I was like, I'm just gonna clear one last thing before I move on from this entirely in terms of that situation, because it still does ring true in my head. But like, your girls made work friends, your girls made friends real life. Like, it's been the first time in like a year since I've been able to do that. Oh my god, like that's so sad to say, but like it's so great to say. And like I've done myself so proud because I'm gonna count my qualifications right now that I've got. And it may not seem like a lot, but take into account this is only May, right? We're only in May right now. Next month I will probably get my English functional skills level 2. So I did business administration level 1, which was like customer service stuff. Did stuff on the digital college, which was food and safety, hygiene level 1 and 2. So that's a GCSE level thing. Allergen awareness, because I worked in like the kitchen area. I was in my job, even though I am technically employed, I have a break period because I don't work like regularly in terms of my job. I work whenever there's a match on, because I work I work at like a stadium, right? And I'm the one who cleans everybody's fucking dishes. Oh, and I also am the one who gives y'all your tickets, alright? Those ticket machines? Oh, girl. But, I got a job, obviously. I have done mentoring level 1, which is basically sort of a course that they offer just down the road from the college that I've applied to, and I'm currently doing functional skills English level 2 at. I'm doing mentoring level 2, which is a GCSE level grade. So I'm earning GCSEs essentially in my adulthood. Girls, in case you're like me and you don't know what to do with your life if you failed your GCSEs, babes, there's options. I did self-discovery this year within a month, when everybody on TikTok was moving to Xiaohongshu. I still don't know if I'm saying that right. Xiaohongshu, I think. I'm not sure. I can't remember how you exactly say it, but y'all know what I'm on about if you remember the TikTok ban situation in January. I moved over there. I learned some Chinese, and I'm still passively learning it, but I've taken up Japanese for the first time in 10 years. Like, I took that up. I have taken up Spanish because of the Argentine. I found out that I was Argentine. It's a bitch to try and find a specific course, right, for Argentine Spanish that is not in Argentina. Understandable. So I've had to sort of grapple and grasp with the fact that I, unfortunately, cannot move to Buenos Aires, although I applied for my passport. I've reconnected with friends who, admittedly, this is on me. I kind of ghosted in 2023 just because of the stuff that was happening online. If you know, you know. And I feel like I was being isolated from 2022 onwards, which is just not something that you should be experiencing. So I've reconnected with those friends. I'm really happy about that. In terms of life in general, girl, I'm making it work. We on the YouTube channel, obviously people know on the YouTube channel, we just finished up, as of recording this, Sonic Unleashed, and I have uploaded it today. As of recording this, I finished Sonic Unleashed. I am hoping to do the Cosmic Run after Super Mario Jamboree and Heart Gold has a few more episodes, but I finished Sonic Unleashed. I finished Mario Party 10. This is my own personal achievement because I don't do retro achievement streams, but I mastered Sonic Adventure last year, very late into the year actually. In fact, let me check when that was. Mais ça ne change joie, you I need. Oh, never mind, I found it. It was actually this year. Mastered Sonic Adventure on the 8th of January 2025. As in, like, the Dreamcast, because they have achievements, or retro achievements, where you could hook up an emulator. I legally own Sonic Adventure. I'm just going to quickly clear my name right now. I'll be right back, divas. Like, I legally own Sonic Adventure 2. I'm just going to put it down. Excuse the noise. And Sonic Adventure, right, for Dreamcast. I also have a Dreamcast literally up there. I just have not got it down because I'm out of space here, so... Yeah, I mastered that game. I mastered Sonic Adventure 2. Well, I haven't mastered that one yet. Sorry, I've mastered Sonic Adventure on RetroArch. I'm mastering Sonic Adventure 2 right now. Those achievements are a bunch of bitches. You mean to tell me I gotta go through Mission Street and not hover for more than 3 times? Diva, can we not? But I will do it. I'll do it. I'll fucking do it. Because I love the Sonic series. As I said in the Sonic Unleashed finale, I'm more of a Sonic fan than I am a Mario fan. Sorry. But yeah, just from getting myself out of those spaces that I used to be in, and just really taking the time for myself, I can confidently say that I am a much better person than I was when I was with those people. When I was with those people, I'm realizing now that it was filled with negativity, and that no matter how positive I was, because I like to think of myself as a positive person who just overthinks, right? My positivity was always matched with negativity instead of positivity. I tried to be positive in situations where really I should have crashed out, as the kids say. Do the children say that? Kids, I need you to update me on your lingo, alright? I may be a young adult. I may technically need to study this up because it's technically my generation or whatever. Girl, I ain't got time for it. But yeah, I've definitely... I don't know why I was holding the microphone to the left. Is that the left? Yeah, it is the left. I had to look at my hand though. I was just like, is that the left? Yeah, it is the left. I don't know why I was holding it like this. I'm so sorry if one of your ears, wasn't able... I'm used to hearing or seeing the light, sorry. Okay, there we go. Now I can definitely hear, see, and feel the light. I can't hear it. I can only see and feel the light on my lens. But I feel like I've gotten a lot better in every aspect of myself, and I'm not ever going to go back to those people. Those people clearly did not, as I said earlier, value me, and I feel like I made the right choice in defending myself, no matter how messy it got, and distancing myself from them, and pulling my boundaries into place, because I feel like people were taking advantage of that, knowing that I probably wasn't going to fight back, and then when I did, they'd suddenly, oh, Cosmic's a narcissist, this, that, and the other. Girl, oh, that's a whole situation. But yeah, I feel really good in myself. I feel really good with the people that I have around me right now. I'm currently on the cusp of genuinely reconnecting with a bunch of people who I fell out with in 2022, which is really good. I just need to, message them and just, I suppose play it cool. Would that be the term? I found it. This is a shout out to the HMJ community, Half Moon Joe community. Been watching Half Moon Joe since he was called DK1 Games. Yes, you old bitch. I know. I was there. I was there when you made that Big Brother house, you bold bitch. I was there when you eliminated Garnet. I was there when you played as Danica Patrick. I suggested you be Ooh La La in Sonic and Sega All-Stars Racing. I was the one who gifted you a diamond in Stardew Valley. But no, this is kind of like a promo ad for them as well. Like, not gonna lie, I love that community. This isn't like sponsored by the HMJ community or anything. Oh God, can you imagine? But I found a community who genuinely accepts me for who I am and doesn't try to match me and my energy that I try and bring, which is positive, with negativity and always pulling me down. Because it always felt like, other than what I've already said, it always felt like the goal was to try and quote unquote humble me when I didn't need to be humbled, girl. Like, just because you jealous? Just because you jealous of what I can do that you can't, you're suddenly like, oh, we need to humble her. She's a narcissist, this, that, and the other. She's got such a huge ego. And what? And what, you big bitch? Like, seriously, it's so ridiculous. These people were like, oh, she needs to have her whole online presence dismantled, this, that, and the other. It's something I believe that one of them said. I can't remember. Oh, that was it. Ruin any attempt for you to rebuild. That was the fucking one. Like, they felt so strongly about me simply cutting them out and moving on from them. And they focused so heavily on me until like August. There was a little bit of like, oh, they're probably going to circle back around to me because I made a Google document in March. Literally the night that I went for, or the night before I went for my informal interview for my job that I work in. Sorry. I keep on getting confused because, again, I'm employed, but I'm technically not going into work because I'm not needed. But I am there as an employee. I'm so confused. It baffles me. But yeah, I wrote a Google document because there was a lie about me that I'm just going to go in, it's going to be linked in the description below probably, just because I feel like for the fairness and transparency of it all, it does need to be put on the YouTube channel in some way, shape, or form. I didn't share it here. I shared it on Twitter and kept it to Twitter and Discord, where I shared the tweet in my Discord. I don't really use Twitter anymore. I was actually just going through it earlier today, and I was just like, I haven't posted anything properly, I think, since like last month. I don't really use Twitter anymore. But I made the Google document to defend myself because there was an accusation that ended up causing the fallout of my entire family from me on my mum's side. And it was that on November the 5th, 2022, my sister said that she wanted to KYS. And I had apparently said that I considered that a chore. And that just straight up wasn't true. My Google document, which is 30 pages of goodness, by the way, goes into detail about that. The one that I'll link in the description if you're into that sort of thing of looking into the drama and such. But to me, I think the most disturbing thing was the fact that they were able to get away with that because they had me in such a mental chokehold. I truly feel like the aim was to make me look like a crazy bitch. And honestly, it almost worked. Like, I also feel like as well, excuse me for saying like so much, now I'm getting into like the nitty gritty. I proposed to my partner and he proposed to me literally at the same time, end of March 2024, right? So April, May, June, July, August, like April should have been the period where I was celebrating that and I was going to come out to people eventually publicly. And I did. But like, I should have been celebrating that, right? I should have been sat here celebrating that just aspect of my life. But then I had to deal with all of that. And if it was not for my husband, I doubt I would be here today because of some of the stuff that happened to me from these people. And if it weren't for a very close circle of mine now, because I've only, in terms of this year, I've only really made like 2 new friends at most. I've made like 1 at like a course that I'm on. That's it. I'm used to being the friend magnet, you know what I mean? The person who can make friends here, there, everywhere. But I've kept myself very guarded, and I feel like that's been a blessing for me. It just feels weird, I suppose. But yeah, if it wasn't for my very close circle of friends and my husband at the time, I would have not been here. Because on that day when I was messaged on June the 4th, 2024, I gotta wake the tea up by my mum going, oh, we're no longer on speaking terms, you're horrible, this, that, and the other. I can't remember the exact words that she said, but it's out there, probably in the Ending the Lies video. And my sisters made fun of this, which is ironic when you look at the lie that was told about me. I literally was going to be the most dramatic bitch and kill myself in the most dramatic way. Sorry for not giving a trigger warning or anything. Sorry. Oh my god, I'm not used to this. Oh my goodness, I should really put trigger warnings, but I was going to go out in the most dramatic way. I still have that glass. I don't know if I can find it now. It's not in my room anymore because I put it downstairs and I think someone nicked it. Nobody's moved out since then though. So it'll probably still be floating around the house, but I was literally going to get bleach, which literally in fucking, whatchamacallit, the cupboard with the purple, literally here. I don't know if you can see my finger. This one. Like, I was going to get bleach, I was going to pour it in that glass, I was going to glug, 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 until I couldn't glug no more. You know what I'm saying? I was going to let it burn me from the inside out, metaphorically, and probably physically as well. But my husband was able to distract me alongside the few friends that I had at that time from doing that long enough for me to realize, oh, that's stupid of me. Right? So that was just very, ugh. And yeah, from that point onward, I did struggle a little bit with suicidal ideation because things just felt like they were going downhill for no reason whatsoever. And there truly was no other reason other than people were mad that I got them out of my life to the point where they decided to start twisting things about my life. That's just the tea. That's just the truth and the tea. You cannot tell me that the person who started all of this, hi by the way, you're probably watching this, you cannot tell me that the person who started this was not mad that they got banished from my presence altogether because they were removed on my friends list at that point. Like, in terms of when the stuff happened in April, it took 2 whole months for shit to kick off. Like, in terms of like everything to like finally just start to calm down because it just kept on getting more progressive and progressive and progressive. But you cannot tell me that the person who got removed from my presence did not decide to then try and essentially ruin my life because they were, you cannot tell me that they didn't do that because like they had stuff on me or this, that, and the other. No, girl, they were mad. They were mad that I cut them off, that I set a boundary. They even admitted it in a comment. And you cannot tell me that I was not justified in doing so. You just can't. You just can't. Sorry. Like, when you resort to making up lies about someone not taking suicide very seriously, bear in mind the person that you're lying about has dealt with suicidal ideation for a lot of their life. To like, it's just evil devil behavior, and I don't subscribe to that notion. I don't subscribe to those people's ideologies or notions or train of thoughts. I just don't. I'm over here in my lane, and I'm good. I'm really good. But yeah, in terms of that situation, I feel like as much as I would not wish that on anyone, the fact that it happened to me and I was still able to pull through is a testament to how powerful I am. And I suppose this all rolls back to the email that I sent my mother, basically writing to myself, but using her reply as a function to basically pretend that I've sent it off to myself. Girl, you done did yourself proud, mama. Alright? Not our mother. You, mama. Alright? The one that's speaking to you right now. Cosmique. In the future. In the past. In the present. You done did yourself proud, girly. And I'm so happy to see it. Alright? I'm so happy to see it. Because for a while after August, really didn't feel like there was a way out of like the darkest pits of hell, is what it felt like. Really didn't feel like that whatsoever. It felt like it was just constant darkness, darkness, darkness. But I kept it pushing, I kept it moving, and Diva, you know what? You look pretty fucking stunning. What's that one Elton John song? I'm still standing after all this time, looking like a true survivor. I'm feeling like a little... That song! God, Sing's great. I recently rewatched some scenes from Sing and Sing 2, and they're great. Love Rosita doing Break Free. This is the part when I say I don't want you, but I'm stronger than I've been before. Cosmic the lyricist confirmed? No. Like, I've just done so many things, and I am working. I've said on TikTok already, I upload on TikTok just meme shit. But I'm working on a Minecraft mod called Update Flop Tropica, because Flop Tropica and Flop Talks, also a community that I've strangely fallen in love with, and they've accepted me without, like, reservation, right? And if you don't know what Flop Tropica is, or who Queen Jaya Faye is, let me tell you something, you big, bold bitch! Jaya Faye is mother, alright? Jaya Faye is mothering. You have to buy her products or she'll kidnap you. Like, I think that was the... I suppose I class myself as a new gen, but I really am just an old gen in a new gen's body, alright? I think that was, like, the original, like, where Queen Jaya Faye came from. And her song, y'all gotta listen to it. Yeah, Huajan, Mesa Dusha Chua So Hin Ching Chang. Is that it? I can't remember the lyric. I'd probably be able to sing it if I had it in my ear right now, but girl, the Flop Tropica community, the Potak scenes, y'all have accepted me, and honestly, girl, thank you. I appreciate you. I am proud to be a Potak scene Flop Tropica. Alright, I'm proud to have hands in both areas, you know what I mean? I'm very happy with life right now. I'm very happy. I can't stop smiling. Oh my goodness. I did that. Can my chair not? Oh my god. Like, thank you to the people who I work with, who are like my teachers or whatever now, who are sat there noticing that I've been putting myself down a lot. Going, oh, I'm sorry, this, that, and the other, for things that I don't need to apologize for. Thank you to y'all for gathering me and clocking me, because I had nothing to apologize for. I had nothing to be ashamed of, alright? And thank you to the girl who is technically my coworker, my coworker's coworker, for sitting here and building up my self-confidence again. Honestly, she's a lovely lady. And if she sees this, girl, I love you. And I love my coworker too. Oh my goodness. But yeah, this has just been a ramble. I don't even know if this is going to be coherent. I genuinely don't know if this is going to be coherent. If it's coherent, great. If it's not, oh dear. I'm still going to upload it anyway. I find that it's going to be really good to upload just as like a look back thing. Probably going to title it like 1 year since something, like since ... or 1 year, or like 1 year ahead, or 1 year later ... I feel like I might do that. Yeah, I might do that. Channel updates. After Unleashed, we've obviously got Jamboree and Heart Gold to record. I admittedly have been a little bit negligent of that because I've just been a little bit emotional in a good way about this and realizing this about myself. It's great to feel good about myself for once. And just to reflect on it and be like, wow, bitch, you really are the shit. Also, I'm not sure if I have it here. Let me just try and pull it out. Ah, there's the whore. Wait, no, that's not the whore. Wait, where is that beluga whale bitch? Oh, I'm sinking. Let me remind you that I'm white. Well, technically, if you're taking the Argentine, would I be classed like ethnically as Latino and white, or a white Latino, or a white Hispanic person? White Hispanic Latino. Would that be what I'm classed as? I don't know. Y'all gonna have to let me know. Alright, I'm still new to this whole genetic heritage thing. I mean, I'm working with somebody in a course right now who said that I was mixed race, and I sat there and just gave them, like, just. I didn't even have my glasses on at that time. I was like, huh? Like, I'm very clearly white, you know what I mean? But, like, ancestry wise, I guess I'm not. I guess I really am not white fully anymore. I'm just mostly white. Which is crazy because I got pale ass skin. Like, I'm definitely white skin. Like, come on now. I'm on about, like, the heritage. Like, I'm not fully, like, white. But anyways, I need to talk about her as well. Y'all remember this book? The one that I actually did write. I'm currently doing a rewrite on Film Fiction. It's Persistence is Key 01. But with the rewrite, Can my chair know? Excuse me, you haven't done this all day. Let me also prop myself back up. But yeah, with Persistence is Key 01, there were a few issues that I caught on during the whole thing last year. That was one of the points that was brought like against me in terms of like telling me how shit my book was, this, that, and the other. And let me just point out something, you bunch of bitches. I actually did it. I made a book. Where's yours? Fucking bunch of bitches. Like, where's their proof of a year? You know what I mean? Like, I wrote that book in 2023, right? During the times where, like, I was dealing with that fucking idiot. Excuse me. My Sonic Adventure and Adventure 2 discs, my Dreamcast games are still on my desk. But yeah, I wrote that book whilst everything was still happening in 2023. So the fact that I was able to get that out with all of that going on, oh diva, I worked my pussy out, alright? So y'all cannot come for me for shit. Like, it's funny to me that I did so much and they tried to tear that down. And now that I'm away from them, I'm able to look at it and go, no, I did that. The book is currently on Film Fiction. I am writing a rewrite. Y'all can look at the original that I have literally on my desk right now. And go through it yourself, make a verdict. I agree that there's work to be done, a lot of work. That's why I'm rewriting it. But I have such big plans for the series, and I suppose I was just halted by a year because of idiots. But anyways, that's just me. So yeah, that's me, as I said before. Cosmic Time, author, completionist, artist, writer, content creator, streamer. Who is she? Predator Hunter, if you remember me from 2024, like prior to that, in terms of like 2023 and before. The girl. Like, I've done so much with my life, even with the limitations, and I'm hoping that it takes me above and beyond in terms of like my life. I hope that my life genuinely continues just going up. I know there's going to be roads where I bump on, or that I bump on, and where I like swerve and maybe even crash a few times, but as long as I reach the end goal of reaching and being higher and higher and higher, reaching for the stars, landing on the moon, whatever Raja O'Hara did on Canada versus the world, I think it was. Alright? She reached for the stars, landed on the moon. Alright? Like, I just hope life gets better, and to all the new people who have somehow tuned in throughout this entire video, I promise this is not my regular type of video. I just wanted to make something to say to past, present, and future me. Girl, look how fucking far you've come. I'll probably do one a year later, or in a year's time being like 2 years later. And let me just say something for myself as well. Past, present, and future me. And probably to people who need to hear it as well. Don't ever be afraid to continue speaking about situations that bother you, that you were essentially a victim in. Don't be afraid to talk about your trauma. Don't be afraid to hold people accountable. And definitely do not be afraid to write a fucking 90-page Google document to defend yourself if you need to, bitch. Alright? How about that? Like, that's one more thing as well. I've learned that I've been through stuff and I'm allowed to talk about it. My mom's side of the family would always be like, oh, why is she still talking about this? I thought we brushed this under the rug. Bitch, I'm allowed to speak about how you hurt me at any time, any place, anywhere. Alright? I'm allowed to do that. You're allowed to also speak about your grievances with me because I never stopped you from doing that. Alright? But every time I've spoken up, I've been seen as the one who's the aggressor or this or that. And I'm so happy I got away from that. I'm so happy that I have people around me now that validate me and that sit there and acknowledge my trauma and talk to me about it and go, you know what you did go through was shit. Alright? Like, let's just put it there. Let's just end the video on that note because I'm in such a better place. I'm just gonna keep on rambling and fucking rambling. So yeah, that was me. I hope you guys enjoyed this little uplifting message for myself, from myself to myself. And without further ado, I'll catch you in Jamboree or Heart Gold. Or if you're watching Sonic Unleashed or any of my past series, I'll catch you there, divas. Bye! I believe God is a put China.